What is up, everyone? Us three plus one today. We got an actual guest, special guest on today's podcast, episode 16 of Gas, the podcast. Let me turn my mic down because I'm too loud. But yes, episode 16, mark it on your calendars. This is a special moment for us. We actually got a guest. This is our first guest for Gas, the podcast. Before I introduce the guest and the host, today is the 17th of October, and we got a lot of topics to talk about today. But before I get to the regular trio, special guest, shout out to my boy Nick. It's been a friend of mine, and we worked together and seen some crazy stuff in the office. He's also a father, just like us, also in IT, like all four of us, you know. So lo and behold, my boy Nick. What's up? Welcome to the podcast, man.
Thank you very much for having me. I'm excited.
Yeah, man. He's also a gamer too, just like us. So it's awesome to have another perspective when it comes to these games, since we know we got he go say it. If you're watching the video version, he already smiling. You already know who lacking on here with the games and the gaming knowledge. But he say he gonna pick back up next year. We gonna hold that to him. But let me introduce GP. What's up, man?
What's going on, man? I know when you started off, you know, you said dad, IT, like, yeah, they gaming. I'm like, yes, Dom had to be included in something. But what's going on? Appreciate you, Nick, for coming. Cuz brought you on. That means you know some stuff. So I'm looking forward to talking with you. But I did want to make a slight correction. Wouldn't this be episode 17? I thought it was 17 right now.
Stop capping.
I mean, we can check though, but I just want to throw that though. But we can check at the end. You know, I ain't gotta be right on the show. You can tell me after.
Nah, cause we got
have fun with this, man.
You're right. It is 17.
Oh, I know.
Hey, I want to say I be
already.
wrong. I see, y'all. I'll be like, he always want to be right. I'm wrong. I admit it. GP, you're the king. I appreciate that, king. All right.
All right, bro. I let it go. That's all. Thank you.
All right, that's it.
But y'all
That's
enjoy
it.
the show, man. I may not get another one for about 4 more episodes, so I'm gonna take it.
All right, and you know we already got the boy with the least words, Dom. Say what up.
Yo, what's up? Thank you for tuning in to episode 17. Hope you enjoy the episode. Glad to have a guest on. Yeah.
Awesome. So I did have a question for y'all today, but I'm gonna try to keep it short because we got, you know, guests, and I don't want it to end up being 2 hours, and we all got our perspectives to give, except GP on these video games. So we gonna start off with Back 4 Blood, which 3 of us play, I know for sure. GP, you could just, you know, take the audience seat for this one.
I'm okay with that.
It's on Game Pass, so you eventually one day might play with us. But
I get it. Okay.
For those of you that don't know, Back 4 Blood is it's a spiritual successor to Left 4 Dead. It's kind of made by some of the same developers, not Valve, but yeah, it's not necessarily a sequel. Like I said, spiritual successor. And I played it. Dom played it. Nick played it. I played probably about 20ish hours of it, and me and my girlfriend actually just beat at 1 last night. Before I give like my impressions, I guess I'm gonna let Nick go first, since he's the guest, then Dom, and then I'll back all that up because I'm pretty sure I probably feel the same way as everybody else. Nick, how you feeling about it, man? What's your initial thoughts on it, lead up, and then your impressions after playing it?
Well, so initial thoughts and lead up to it. I like the term spiritual successor, but these guys are so hard in the spiritual successor of Left 4 Dead that it's encroaching on cease and desist territory. Like,
Yeah.
I have no idea how they got away with making this game being so dead the same as that style of game. It's so similar.
Yeah.
But I mean, they know what they got. They know what they can make. They probably all got into a room or on the group chat, and they were like, "Hey, you know all that cool stuff that we said we wanted to do when we were making the game, and now we're all, doing whatever. Let's just do it again, but make it like the way we wanted to in the first place." And they did that. I'm probably boiling down a lot of what actually happened, but that's what it feels like especially when you start playing it. There's a couple of things. I played it in the beta that they released, and I played a little bit of the actual release. I didn't find a whole lot of glaring differences. It was polished up and it was fun. They fixed the matchmaking. I had a lot of issues with matchmaking in the beta, and almost none in the regular game. But one thing that jumps out to me whenever I think about this game is everybody's got a way to play it that they like.
Yeah.
And it doesn't even lend itself to that. It's not a game with like classes or, character archetypes. It's got, a machine gun or a rifle or sniper rifles or pistols, and you basically gravitate towards what makes the most sense to you. And then when you look at all the other stuff, you're like, why would I even touch that? This is what I like. And then you don't even think about it, but everybody's version of that is different when they play this. And
Yeah.
I think that's genius design in a game,
Yeah.
where you can fall into a groove like that and not even notice that you did. Because like I play the ranch rifle. I if I ever see that, I'm picking it up. It's too good to me.
Yeah.
You just click heads. You click heads and they disappear. It's too perfect. And then I was playing with somebody and they're like, "Why do you play with that garbage?" So what are you talking about? He plays with the M249, which is the most opposite gun. It's like an 80 bullet magazine machine gun, which is completely different. He's like, it's a horde of enemies. And that's when I realized, like, okay, this is something different for everybody.
Yeah.
No matter how you play it, it's gonna be different. Yeah, that's what I appreciate the most about that game.
Would you say it's a proper quote unquote sequel to Left 4 Dead?
Yeah.
At least as much as you play, because I know you didn't finish it, right?
No, I haven't finished it, but that's why I think it is.
Yeah.
Because they actually have like content in this game, like
Yeah.
a lot.
Yeah.
It shocks me, like, because there are some levels that are just, I think it's the end of the first act, where you slide down the little chute and then you're in the area with the Humvee and you fight and then you just leave and that's the end. That's not a bad level at all. It's way different than everything, the whole crawl through an entire neighborhood of zombies and fight a thing at the end type of thing.
Right.
To solve maybe like a little bit of a teamwork thing. Like that's really typical in what you'd expect. But then the game's just like, guess what? You're fighting.
Yeah.
And
I know.
you leave when you're done.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, like I said, I'm gonna give my piece after Dom, because Dom played with me, and I know I know a little bit of how he feel about it. But Dom, go ahead and elaborate for us, man. What you think?
All right, so first of all, I enjoy the game. It's a really fun game, You just play it, time just flies by. You see some stuff, you experience things. It's like, man, wow. It do feel kind of like the Left 4 Dead, like you said, but I feel like it's for now, I feel like at this current time, I don't want to say it's better, but for like an updated time period, it kind of fits, I guess, how you would expect it to fit. The game is overall on the versus mode yet, but fighting all the Ridden, it's just crazy. And then now the things I do gotta say about it was, it's a fun game. It feels kind of like Left 4 Dead. You sink your hours into it. It's fun, zombie shooting, different things to do throughout the game. The one things I do have to say about it was the game is so unbalanced because we was playing veteran mode. All right.
That's the normal difficulty. There's 3.
Yeah, it's 3 difficulties. You go from rookie, veteran, then nightmare. You gotta beat, I guess you gotta beat the game to play on nightmare or whatever. But so we was playing veteran, the middle difficulty now. All right, veteran on the beta wasn't too bad. It just felt like a normal difficulty. but we playing it now on the actual game. So it's pretty hard. I'm gonna tell you the most. They just throw so much at you. It's ridiculous. Like it's like 6 special zombies coming at you at one time, while like hordes coming at you. And it's this one mission in the library. We gotta board up 6 windows.
Dog.
Sets of windows. And it throws like cards at you before you start each level. So the ridden or the zombie can have like different buffs, and you can have like certain debuffs. And the card that we kept getting was the boss card. It's ridiculous.
Yeah.
So we play it. All right, we step out the room. We getting like we actually getting literally dookied on by these ridden. We trying to board up the windows. It's like horde after horde after horde coming.
And this the first time we get to the library.
So
you get 1 life, extra life. After you die, you get 1 more chance, and then you go back to the lobby. But go ahead.
We will finish the library, right? We literally battered and bloody coming out of that library. The moment we step outside, is a boss with nothing but special zombies and hordes at us. So that's how our first time went through. The second time we get there, we already like kind of, I guess, at the end of our patience. We take a step out the safe room. We take the first right, and you walk into this building. It's like bookshelves because it's a library. And to the right, it's the stairs that go up. We take the first right, and immediately once we look to the staircase, the boss is just sitting there looking at us in the face with nothing but special zombies surrounding him. Like, we didn't even get a chance to play the mission at this point.
No, we pretty much quit.
We barely had any ammo, right? We refilled our ammo. It took everything we had to kill the special zombies. Those things soak up nothing but bullets on veteran, bro.
Yeah,
right.
man.
It was almost impossible it was literally impossible for us to get through.
Nah, yeah, so here's my piece. So yeah, cause I'm gonna talk about that too. So I played the demo, and like Dom said, the difficulty was not too bad. It was still hard, but it was hard enough to make it interesting. It wasn't like, yo, this is crazy, right? This is unfair. Then we played this. It's funny because me and my girl played it the night it released. I got off at midnight, and we played it for like 30 minutes. And we get out the apartment, and we died. I was like, the apartment is like the first 10 minutes of the game. And I was like, oh, okay. Because like you're supposed to unlock this bridge or whatever, and it calls the horde. And, in the beta, the zombies came from the bridge. So we was like, we all looking at the bridge. We turn the thing on, and next thing you know, we had like 2 special zombies on 2 of our necks. And then, we turn around, there's a whole horde behind us. We're like, oh, okay, so they switching it up on us. We didn't know, but we get out because it was late. And then we got Dom together, and then we played through it. It was extremely hard on veteran. This is veteran. And then we get to the library, like he said, and it tells us it's a boss. We had a boss like almost every level up to this point. So, and like he said, it's these things called corruption cards. You get more and more as you go on. And then we get to the library, and there's the boss health, but it's not in the library. The library is really small. It's literally like hallway small. I was like, ain't no way they're gonna put a boss in here. So we go outside, there's the boss. We die to the boss. We come up again, like we said, we come out we step literally, so we like, okay, we got the boss card again. Step right out the room. Take a right. The boss is in the building. Like, that jump was so crazy. I was like, this is crazy. And then when you start over, you don't get all your health back. You pretty much broke. So I'm like, all right, there's no way we're gonna win this. But I mean, after that, we decided to see like, okay, what's easy like, man? Easy is like way too easy. Easy, because they say easy is not no cakewalk, man. It's a literal cakewalk, man. And that's why it's crazy. It's like, you don't even want to play the game on easy. It's not even fun. So I quit. I was not finna play it on easy, because they want to try it out. I ain't want to do it. It was too boring to me. I was falling asleep, to be honest. So like the between like easy and normal is way too much of a gap. Like, because if you have even one person on your team that's not good, you gonna have a hard time. And me and GP and Dom, matter of fact, me, GP, Dom, and my girl, we played this game called GTFO.
Yeah.
And that game is extremely difficult. And when I say like for no reason, Like this, I feel like GTFO kind of it's kind of like when we played it was new, so it had maybe some like glitches. Sometimes you didn't do what they say you did, but on here it just feels like they cheat you out sometimes. Like, you know what? Let's just jump and let's throw a big fat dookie zombie right on their necks, you know, right as they coming through the alley, just cause. Laugh every time. I'm like, I ain't even do nothing. I'm just trying to get to the horde. I'm trying to get to the horde. They throw the horde at you before you get to the horde. You were like, it's 3 hordes before the horde. So it's crazy. But besides that, I like the difficulty of the game. It's fun, but there is some balance issues. Because me and my girl played it, and we played it. We tried to get a team, but nobody was available. So we did matchmaking, and they gave us bots. We played with those bots. The bots was shooting zombies before they came around the corner. I was like, all right. It was leagues easier. You know, it still was difficult, but we actually beat Act 1 because of that. But yeah, man, I think it really comes out to the cards you get, because you do get cards that you can unlock, and it gives you like special stuff to to like continue, or abilities pretty much. Like you get more health or something, more ammo, or you do more damage. And like what Nick was saying, I gravitated more to like, I don't know the gun name because I was too busy screaming. It was a snipers, you know what I'm saying? So, because I like to do the most damage possible to the special effect, because that's what kills you, is the special effect. It's not these little zombies. The little zombies you can melee and they off you. It's the special infected that take like 10 shots to the weak point when they hide in the weak point, you know what I'm saying? So I get the sniper, I'm shooting them while everybody else shooting the little zombies, and then, you know what I'm saying? So that's how I like to play, at least towards the end, because the gameplay I'm showing now, if you're watching the video version, I ain't doing none of that. But towards as I play the game and I'm getting better at it, I picked up the sniper, and you kind of find your own way that you like to play. Everybody play differently, but I will say teamwork is a must. Like, not like when I say Left 4 Dead and all that, teamwork was a must. It was kind of a must, but no, here, man, everybody gotta be on their P's and their Q's and their R and S and T's, bro. You really gotta be on it. But man, it's a fun game. It's on Game Pass. I don't know, I haven't beat the game, so I don't know if it's worth anything. I do say this is a good sequel, quote unquote, to Left 4 Dead. But yeah, those are our impressions.
Yeah, before you go, now you say sequel. You know, I know Left 4 Dead. I actually played Left 4 Dead. Day 2 and I don't know how many made, but I played 2 versions of the game, and one I actually played with you on PC some years back. We played on the PC. It was 2. Yeah, it's a fun game, but I guess when y'all say spiritual successor, is it not made by the same people? Is that why y'all saying that?
So no, not literally. Not by name. I know there's some developers that did work on Left 4 Dead, that did help develop this game, and I honestly think they kind of got away with like this looking like so similar to Left 4 Dead because like Valve ain't creating a third. You know, they're known for not creating like a 3 of anything, right? You know, you have Half-Life 2, Left 4 Dead 2, Portal 2, all that stuff. So and then they actually, like, the last content they dropped was maybe some months ago, this year I think. That was actually developed by like the community. So the community developed that. Valve was like, hey man, y'all can have this, and they did it. So they're way more lenient when it comes to like copyright and all that when it comes to their material, because they trillionaires almost, so they don't care.
Okay.
Yeah, so
I followed you though, as far as like the gameplay and everything. The more y'all talk, I was like, this sound like that Left 4 Dead, but then you said spiritual successor. So I was just wondering why you say success, like spiritual versus, oh, this is the next game of, you know?
Because it's not a direct sequel. Don't have the same characters, and it's just the gameplay is extremely similar. Everything else is different.
I'm tracking.
Yeah, so. But Dom, you've been playing some Metroid Dread, and you said you have some impressions for it. You ain't gotta go into super detail, but so how you like the game, man? I actually bought it. Haven't played it yet. I'm gonna play it when my daughter's born, because I'm gonna have something in my hand to watch these crazy kids. But yeah, Dom.
Well, honestly,
yeah,
I've been really enjoying it. Well, for information, I'm almost done with the game. It's not too long, but if you don't move too fast, I think people say it's like around upwards of like, it's pretty close to like 10 hours long. It's like any Metroidvania game. For those who don't know, it's like the side scroller Metroid Castlevania games. You know, you move, it's like puzzle-ish. and areas be locked off. You go find a power up, come back, open up that area. If you never played one of them, or if you like games like that, I feel like it's a pretty solid entry for it. The bosses are pretty unique. It's a different experience from what you get a lot nowadays, right? It's simple, pretty fast paced. It's one of them games you can just start up and play, and you don't have to feel like it's a hassle to get started back into like, reading all this dialogue, and it's like, it doesn't feel like it's like kind of dedicated stopping points. It feels like you can just play and play and play. Yeah.
Do you like it more than all the other Metroid games you played?
So, all of them other ones are pretty old, right? So,
yeah,
I would say if you take it for what it's worth, I guess, not kind of like just because they're old, but if you compare them, I feel like, yeah, I really enjoy it more.
Okay. Yeah, I look at
I
a
feel
lot
like
of...
it's the best you can get to like an updated version of an older game without kind of just changing the whole thing.
Okay.
Like, it still feel like a Metroid game deep down inside,
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna be playing it. So, this sounds like a really good Metroid game.
I'm curious, Don. What made you start playing Metroid? Like, what drew you to playing it?
Nintendo.
So I play Smash.
He a Nintendo fanboy.
All right.
Oh, okay.
I won't say I'm a Nintendo fanboy because I barely play like any Zelda games. But they got the Switch effect.
Why not?
Like games come out. Well, I'm just saying I barely play any Zelda game, right?
Why not?
I play like Wind Waker.
Man, let him finish the story, man.
Look, I was young. You like I'm young? I'm gonna finish actual games. Like
He be playing Shin Megami Tensei, but not Zelda.
My goodness, but that's been more recently. All right, that's been more
You
recently.
need to go back. All right.
When I was younger, bro, I played like Wind Waker. I know I beat Wind Waker, but like I remember we had Twilight Princess. I played it, but I never beat it.
Man, it's a puzzle on that jump, bro. It's almost impossible, bro. It's towards the end of the game. It took me like a whole day. 24 hours. That jump was hard. But go ahead, man.
All right, but now back to the point. I play Smash, and for majority of the characters in the game, I've played like the games that come along with them, or like maybe one in the series. There's not specifically one for it. And I like to play Samus in the game, so I was like, let me try out one of the Metroid games that they had. And I got this friend at AU, the college I go to, and he's a big Metroid fan, and I know he speed runs some of the games, so he let me borrow his Game Boy in the game he had with it, and it was like Metroid Zero Mission. And I played it, and even though it's a really old game, it was still kind of enjoyable. You just sink time into it.
Okay.
That made me get started, and that led me to play like Metroid Prime, and I enjoyed that one too.
So your friend put you on SMT and all that too?
A different friend put me in the SMT because I like JRPGs, and he was like, "Oh, bro, if you like this, you should play this."
So I tried to put you on Zelda, you just ignored him, man. You played Wind Waker because of me. You played Wind Waker because of me.
Okay, bro, look.
All right, I'm joking, bro.
Doesn't matter,
All right,
bro.
so I appreciate the Metroid. I just said he don't listen to his brother, but he listens to these
Oh my
randoms.
goodness, bro.
All right,
Probably
bro.
the reason I play half the games I play, bro.
I appreciate it. Anyways,
Just about random jinx and watch you play.
sure. Appreciate it, man. We encourage each other on this. Me more than you. Cause you deleted all my saves. You deleted all my saves, bro. All right. All
Bro,
right.
what is a little brother for if it's not to cause you to restart the game?
Yeah, don't get,
I like that one, man. Good one.
that just make you want to choke you for little. Man,
I got a
GP ain't got no little brother though, man.
But I have a story.
All right,
I'm
man,
not gonna
whatever.
tell it today. I'm saving it. But remember this: it was a save. I'm not gonna go to the game, but when I tell you, the first time was like, we have to fight. We have to. It was we have to, bro. But I'm gonna tell the story. I'm gonna save it though. I'm gonna save it.
Yeah,
tonight.
there's no way you're not fighting your little brothers. 'Cause especially back in the 90s and early 2000s when the memory cards were involved.
Yup.
Man, when 360 came out and I knew you could create your own
64.
accounts, yo, I was so happy, bro. I was like, I'm creating this dude an account. He ain't gonna ever get on my account. Lo and behold, he still
That ain't
did.
stop nothing.
Because he still did, because he couldn't get online at the time. It was like online was per account or something like that, and he mess up my KD. We talked about that, but anyways, So New World came out about 2 or 3 weeks ago, maybe 2 weeks.
Yeah.
And yeah, I have a huge interest in it, but I don't have a lot of time because I'm playing a lot of other video games right now, but I don't have a lot of time to put into an MMO at this point. But my guest, my good old pal Nick here, he has. So I would love for you, Nick, to give us your impressions of the game. And yeah, because how many hours you got?
On the subject of having time to do things, I work from home.
Oh yeah, another
And
remote button.
My kid is now in daycare.
Ah.
So
I
that
see,
changed the dynamic a lot around here.
man. I want to talk about that later in the
Yeah,
podcast.
I got
Like
you.
that'd be the final subject. I ain't put on the notes, but yeah. I told my girl, I like, look, man. Whenever she start working, you know what I'm saying, I'm ready for her to get it, so we could afford this babysitter stuff because I need some time to myself.
Yeah.
But yeah.
It's not a small bill either.
Oh yeah, man. That's why I need some help. But yeah, tell us about New World,
Yeah.
man.
New World. So it's a massively multiplayer online action RPG. It's not typical like your World of Warcraft clones and your Final Fantasy 14 and Elder Scrolls Online, anything like that. It's got a different combat style to it that's designed to be really easy to gear it towards PvP. You don't have to. You don't have to fight against other players if you don't want to. You can play literally the entire game without ever putting on your PvP flag and just being safe the whole time. Just fighting the game enemies and getting to the end game bosses, getting the really good stuff. Like, you can do all of that. But they designed it with PvP in mind. There have been 1 alpha test and 3 beta tests before it came out. And after the alpha test, they put out a set of patch notes that was like a book. And it was every single thing that people complained about. This weapon's too strong, this weapon's too weak, these abilities aren't good enough, like, this looks funny, like, everything. It was a book. They redesigned everything. In the combat, in the items, in how you open your inventory, like, all of it. It was a humongous rework. There are people who tried to like go through the patch notes and YouTube videos, and they're like, I'm skipping this section just because they're just numbers all over the place on what they changed. But the important thing is that, to me, set a very important pace for the company, which is Amazon, by the way, Amazon Game Studios, AGS. Set a very important pace of, we're going to listen, and as long as it kind of melds with our vision for the game, we're going to do it. If it's a serious enough issue, then we're going to do it. That's why right now they have this thing where they're compiling the top 20 issues, top 20 player issues, and those top 20 are going to be addressed in the next patch. Like, they've already said that they're doing that.
That's actually, that's really good. You don't ever hear that.
Right. Yeah, they just came up there on their own. I think it was on the New World forums. It's on their website. They said, we're putting together, we understand, we see all the conversations happening in Discords, we see all the conversations happening on Reddit, we see it all in this on this forum, in the game chat. We're seeing all of it, and we are compiling what the biggest 20 are, and we're going to address all 20 of them in the next patch. Which is a big deal, because there are some serious concerns coming up now. First, I'll tell you, I love the game. To answer the question you started this with, I have 136 hours in the game. Came out 2 weeks ago.
2 weeks.
That's dad time. That's me playing from 6:30 in the morning until like 1 p.m. when I gotta go to meetings. And then after that, I got the boy, and I'm just busy. And I don't even touch. I barely touch it on the weekends, just because I'm taking care of my kid. So yeah, that's dad time. And with a max character level right now of 60, I am at 50. And I haven't even gotten into the major, like I haven't even mentioned the major crafting capability that's in this game. It's like RuneScape bought a gun. Like that's what this game feels like.
I am a huge RuneScape dude too. I used to be.
It all has a place. Like they could have made it so it's like you're gonna get this then. They could have made it so they had something stupid like fire making, but they didn't. Every single thing has a place. People like to joke about fishing because fishing is literally just fishing. Like I could have been fishing in New World the whole time we were doing this podcast and y'all wouldn't know because it's just so subdued. You sit here, you click, you wait for the fish to get on the line, you click again, you keep on clicking, and then you get a fish. That's fishing. And you can level that up from level 1 to level 200 with like 5 fish equaling a level. Oh, wow. It's a lot. It's a grind. Like it's a hard grind. And people like to joke about it because like, oh, I'm going to do nothing but fishing because I like to sit and chill in my games. Yeah, that's fine. And sometimes, the fishing actually does give you something in the game. You get the fish, and then when you break down the fish, you get food, which you can use to make consumables in the game. And there are some foods that you cannot make without fish components. And fish components can't be found literally anywhere besides fishing, which makes it a player-driven economy. So now if I'm the only guy on my server who's actually grinding fishing, and everybody's like, oh, wait, I want this food that's made with fish, I could just put that stuff on the market and Bezos myself up.
Oh, yeah, that's nice.
Right, yeah, exactly. It's a decent market concept.
Yeah, I saw a video on it, and I thought this was very interesting that there's like no NPCs selling you stuff. It's just everybody players. Yeah, only thing you could buy, you either get it yourself or you buy it from players.
It's everything that's for sale you can get from a player, but there are some pieces of equipment that are faction equipment. I'll talk about the factions in a second, but the faction equipment, you can actually get from a shop. It's not easy to get because it takes 2 different kinds of currency, and grinding one of those kinds of currencies is a little bit difficult, and kind of pushes you to fight other players for it. But all of that stuff is bind on pickup anyway, which means the second you have it, you can't trade it, can't sell it.
Okay.
So it doesn't really screw with the economy that much, or at all really. But with, let's say, like, a lot of people are asking the question, like, how do I make money in New World now? Because now people are like me, and you've got a whole lot of late game players and very few early game players, and they're wondering, how do I make money with this weird power imbalance going on? Well, anybody who's crafting anything needs a whole bunch of materials. You gotta have them mats, right? So, but people are lazy. Like super lazy. Like if I need a bunch of iron and I want to, grind up my weapon making ability, I could either walk around for like 3 real life hours and find a whole bunch of iron and then do it again later because that wasn't enough, or I could just go on the shop. Somebody's probably selling it. That's something anybody in the game can do. Just get a whole bunch of some basic like wood that you get from chopping on a tree. Just put it on the market, somebody will buy it. Somebody will buy it in 10 minutes. It's the weirdest economy. Because I could find some high level weapon or piece of armor, and I'm like, oh, dope. I don't even use this. It doesn't have stats that I like, but the stats are really good, so I'm just gonna put it on. It always sits there for a week and then gets pulled off because it didn't sell. Because nobody wants that. They want rocks.
What's your level? Your highest level? That you have
for like trade skills.
I guess overall, like there's an overall level, right?
Well, yeah, the character level max is 60. I'm at 50.
Okay.
The trade skills all go from 0 to 200.
Jesus.
I'm at 201 skill, and that's skinning. Because there's always animals everywhere, and you shoot the animals, you skin them, you get meat, and you get leather. But they really badly imbalanced the skinning ability to where you could go to one area and kill like 30 of something and get like 30 levels in it. It was kind of a huge oversight. It's probably gonna get patched out.
Have you done any of the raids? How many raids are there actually?
I have done raids. There's PvE raiding where you go into a dungeon and the dungeon has difficult enemies and specific mechanics that you have to pay attention to. Like the first one's really basic. The Armine excavation. It's a pretty simple dungeon. You make it to the end. There's a boss. You fight the boss at the end. His funny mechanic is he spawns 2 little enemies and they fight you. If he goes up and eats those 2 little enemies, he wipes you. Everybody dies instantly. Does like 10,000 damage to everybody. It's over. So that's a mechanic they have to pay attention to. Like if he spawns the 2 enemies, you get go kill him, go, and people freak out. The second one, Starstone is what that one's called. It's got these lasers all over the place, and if you touch them, you die. So you have one person who can carry the staff that creates like a protective bubble, and everybody has to get close up to him, and he walks through all of the lasers for you.
Yeah.
And it's really possible for him to walk through without somebody because they were looking in their inventory or something like that, and then just leave them behind.
Yeah. Man.
And yeah, it gets the mechanics get tougher and tougher as you go. And they try to make them not easy, because they don't want people to just do them over and over and over again, get all the good stuff and get tons of experience. You want to avoid that. So they've made it difficult for that in 2 ways. One, they're not easy to do, and 2, you have to have a key to get in the first place, and you get the key by crafting. So people are spending time and in-game currency just to get in.
Okay, so for me, what I like about MMO type games is the raids, which you made sound very interesting. The economy, which is I've seen and you made it seem very interesting. My last thing would be something like the gear. Do you think the gear looks cool enough? Like, I know they don't got mounts in this game, which is something. Do you think they're gonna add mounts?
No. Not right away. It's not an immediate concern for them.
Why? That's so crazy to me. I like mounts.
They made the game to be walked across. They like the fact that you're spending a lot of time experiencing these. The environments are amazing.
Yeah.
They look so good.
I feel like you can have both.
They know that, and they're like, nah, you're gonna walk around. I spent 30 hours.
Right. Yeah.
I spent 30 hours on this tree. You're gonna walk all the way around the tree.
I really feel like you can have both, because just make mounts be like the very last thing you get. I feel like
that is. I guarantee you that's in the top 20 list that's coming up. I guarantee you that they're gonna have to address it somehow. They already so. Fun thing about New World is the engine that it was made in was called Lumberyard. You've probably never heard of it because they made it for this game.
For this game, okay.
Yeah, Amazon Game Studios made Lumberyard and used Lumberyard to make New World. They're probably going to use it for other stuff, but an interesting thing about Lumberyard is it never came with a mechanic to swim. So when you fall in the water in New World, you just walk around on the bottom of the water like the Pirates of the Caribbean.
That's so weird.
it's a really strange thing. So that's probably like number 1 on that top 20 list. And they're like, don't worry, we're putting in something for it. And then they leaked before that somebody is working in AGS is working on Lumberyard trying to implement sailing. Okay. So instead of putting in swimming, they're going to put in something that I have to craft with high tier wood and iron and stone and stuff like that.
See?
Like that makes sense in the direction of their game.
Yeah.
They don't want to just give you something.
Right, and I get that.
They want to make it something like that.
Yeah, just don't not have it. Come on, man. but yeah, the gear, like, how do you look at as like from like level 1 to level 50? You think like oh man, I can't wait to get like this set piece or stuff like that? You think-
Personally, I love it. There's a couple things that they could work on. Part of the lore of the game, it actually has a story. Surprise! This island is called Aeternum, and it actually exists in the real world. Like it's, I don't know, whatever happened in the Bermuda Triangle or something like that. But in Aeternum, there was this magical calamity that happened, and there's this magical substance called Azoth, and it got all over the place, and it gave stuff special properties, special abilities, and something interesting about the island is that nobody dies there. You, like the characters, there's a respawn mechanic for that.
okay.
And it actually explains why you never actually die. But then the people in the game also never die, and that's why most of the enemies you fight are like zombified sailors or dead conquistadors, or and there's people from like every era up until
Okay.
like
I that makes
early
sense.
to mid 1700s. So the gear looks like that.
Okay.
There's musketeers looking stuff, which I think is the best looking. There's some really old style armors from like the 1200s. They're like the what's it called? Dark Souls style, like
okay.
helmet pieces and stuff like
Yeah,
that. It
yeah,
looks
yeah,
super
yeah,
thick. And I think a lot of it looks really good, but the problem is I've moved past
Looks.
in level. My character has progressed past the part that I thought looked really good,
Okay.
and now I'm moving into stuff that like looks different, and I don't like it as much.
Yeah.
And I'd like the ability to make my gear look like older gear. And
Yeah.
they said that's a cool idea, and we'll consider it. I don't know if it's going to come up anytime soon. I think they're more concerned with the one that makes them money, because there's an in-game store, an actual money
Okay.
dollar store where you can get cosmetics. But the cosmetics all look so bad.
Okay, it's good then.
I'm shocked. I can't believe how bad they look. It's, there's a meme about, World of Warcraft, how you start and you're a guy wearing a ripped shirt with a crappy sword.
Yeah.
Like level 50, you've got like skulls on your shoulders and an awesome wicked looking sword. And then when you're max level, you're holding a Christmas tree. Like,
Yeah.
it's
Is that but backwards?
everything in the cosmetic store is Christmas tree level. It's silly looking.
Yeah.
It just looks dopey. I don't like it. They'll probably fix it eventually. The game just came out, but
Yeah.
they're already
Use
going
Steam.
hard on, Twitch Prime loot drops and that type of thing.
I mean,
Okay.
you saying that when I had those experiences, those type of games, one thing I couldn't stand was I got the equipment I want, looks great, but then a better piece of equipment go, and then my character just look goofy now though. Like
Yup.
the next piece of equipment, I'm like, I know abilities is important, but man, I want my house to look good. I'm matching everywhere else. Now I got this random piece of stuff. It's like now I'm like, I don't want none of the equipment. I'm just gonna keep looking for some more. So
You went from
I just
wearing
remember that feeling.
I for
wearing
real,
that-
no, you exact experience as me with it, especially in New World, because I had like a full Musketeers outfit. It was like the awesome blue coat with the big strap in the bag and the 3-corner hat, and I was like, you know what, because I was using the musket as a weapon. I was like, this works. This is sick, and I like it. The next drop I got for chest armor that was like better stats for me was literally a ripped farmer's shirt.
Yeah,
What
it's
is
like
this?
you go from wearing a cape to a tie. Be like, bro.
Right.
And somehow that's more
That
powerful.
tie give you
Right.
the ability
Yeah.
to fly and stuff. Like, God, dude, I gotta have this tie, but wish
Now
I
let me
did.
find my dress pants somewhere, man. You just
I
go
know.
looking. But I will admit though, Nick, you explained the game. I do like games where it makes you work a little bit to get it. Well, will I say I like the grinding part? At some point, I'm gonna get tired of the grinding. But I do prefer to have those games that make me say, okay, instead of you just swimming, build a boat. I do like
Yeah.
the things you did because I never even knew it did all those things. So it do sound fun though. It just you have to put some time in it, but it sounds fun.
Yeah. I guess one last. What's up?
Now I was gonna ask. I had a question for Nick. I was gonna ask, have you played like Black Desert Online before?
I started Black Desert Online. I didn't get
Okay.
very deep into it, but I have seen a lot of comparisons here.
Okay. Not-
How the
uh,
skills work out and the customization of characters. But Black Desert Online's customization is second to none.
Yeah, I was gonna
Yeah,
say,
that game was
now,
crazy.
The market kind of sounded like Black Desert, the part to me. Yeah.
Okay. I guess my one last thing is not necessarily a question, but it's something that I always look at in video games. This thing in particular is very picky. I, for one, do not like the way they run on that game. They look so goofy.
Michael,
I don't. They
you're
just,
not wrong.
I hate like so. I've always this like ever since games went 3D. I've always hate the fact of how they run. Because there was this game called Path of Neo, the Matrix. So the first Matrix I played, you don't even play as Neo, but they ran like okay, they ran like they did in the Matrix. Then you play Path of Neo. If he not running in slow motion, he run like he on crack, bro. It looks so silly. It's really ridiculous, and sometimes I hate it. I'm not gonna not play a game, but I always look at it and be like, man, y'all look so sloppy running. When I look at New World, when they running around, I be like, and they ain't got no mounts. Come on, bro.
Yeah.
I gotta look at this.
They look sloppy, man.
It's so funny that you've mentioned that because there was actually a conversation that happened in the game with me and one of the friends that I play with.
Yeah.
His name's Evan. Evan was, you can respec and respecify your skills and everything at any point. Before level 20, it's free. They encourage it. Like, hey, if you don't like using the sword and shield and the musket or whatever, you just put your points into whatever. Figure out what you like. So Evan was playing with a great axe, and he had switched to a hatchet, which is a one-handed weapon. The only difference in run cycles in the game are between two-handed weapons and one-handed weapons. Two-handed weapons, you hold it like this, and you run like that. And your whole upper body kind of goes back and forth. It looks dumb. I actually spend most of the time running with my weapon holstered just so my arms will move normally. But I never considered that to be a thing that I would say to a person. Like, no, I just holster my weapon all the time because I don't like looking at my goofy self run.
Yeah.
But then Evan switched from the two-handed weapon to the hatchet, and he was like, "Oh, I run normally now. Oh, I'm never switching off of this." Like, it literally, it paved the way for how he was going to play the rest of the game.
That's something I hope they
man.
patch too, because I mean, like it's something minor, but you see that character the entire time, and you want to look cool, man, and running is a part of it. I feel like they got like some base like animation for running, and just like, all right, this will do. Let's just do it the rest of the game. As long as the character look running and moving, yes, I don't care if it look goofy. I feel like that's how they went with it, but I really hope they change it.
The industry term for that is run cycle and walk cycle, and the industry leader in the best run cycle and walk cycle ever designed was Mega Man.
Huh. Gotta look into that.
Yep.
That's new to me. Cause like
Mega Man had like a 5-frame or 4-frame walk when he went from left to right, and it was done so well that it looks like it could be 100 frames because it's just so naturally designed.
only thing I know about Mega Man is how he had like the tip of his toes on like let's say a cliff or something. Whole body be off the block, but as long as you had like that little pixel of a toe, you standing straight up. Yeah. But yeah, man, appreciate you, Nick, for the New World impressions. For those of you out there that want to play MMO, it's a new hot one. Dom, he's in the Final Fantasy 14, so he might not hop on, but I'm gonna hop on.
Nah, him talking about it kind of, not gonna lie, make me really interested in it.
Yeah, Dom is a Final Fantasy MMO guy, so I haven't played an MMO since Black Desert, and I haven't played that much of it. But the last one I was really into was probably RuneScape, and that was back when I was in middle school. So
Bro, I remember he used to
Yeah.
play all these random MMOs on the computer.
they just never. Oh no,
Like-
actually, Guild Wars 2 was the last one I actually put a lot of time
Guild
in.
Wars
That
2
was
was
in
great.
2015. Yeah, that was a really good one. I put a lot of time into that.
This year,
Come
Final
on.
Fantasy 14 surpassed Final Fantasy 7 in earnings.
That's crazy. I'm kind of jealous.
Wow.
I don't want that. I like Final Fantasy 7.
But you gotta remember though, Final Fantasy 14 is an MMO though. So,
I know.
Yeah, there's a lot of potential to make more money off of a single person.
I'm actually,
on
yeah,
MMO.
I'm actually surprised they didn't do that earlier. It's been like
Okay.
what, 4 years since?
7's legendary though.
Yeah, it's true, man. But yeah. So that's enough about reviews and impressions. You know, we don't put a hot breath all over that in this episode. But a little bit more about just information with the gaming news, and then we're gonna move into entertainment. But Gotham Knights and Suicide Squad trailers released. Did y'all see any of that?
Oh yeah.
I checked it out.
Yeah, so I'm actually looking forward to Gotham Knights. It's the 4-player co-op
Yeah.
version.
That's right.
Pretty much of the Batman Arkham series. And yeah, they had the Penguin, etc. I mean, I don't really care for the story trailers. I don't like story trailers of anything because I kind of want to experience that myself. So I didn't really care to see it. I mean, I watched it just because everybody else did, but I'm just looking forward to the game. And Suicide Squad, I don't really care about that either. I just, like, they ain't show no gameplay of that at all, so I really don't care. I mean,
Right. Same.
you know,
I feel
yeah.
the
So
same.
it looked cool, I guess. You know what I'm saying? But like, before I even get excited about Suicide Squad, like, can I get some gameplay? Yeah, y'all can make jokes all day, but what I'm gonna be playing? They gonna be running like New World characters or what, man? I need to know.
Like, I kid you not. I thought it was a animated movie. Like, I didn't realize.
See?
Like, when I clicked the link, I really didn't read that it was a game. I clicked the link. I saw they're making a DC movie. You know, and DC animated movies are fire.
Yeah,
As the game went on, I'm like, this ain't normal quality. I was like, is this a game? And so then I clicked off and was, oh, this is a game. So then I watched the rest of it. Like you said, it didn't make me want to say, I want to play that game. I was just like, am I watching a movie or a series or something? Then until later I realized it was a game. So
Yeah.
I feel the same way. Gotham Knights had my interest more, but I didn't need to watch the trailer for it to have my interest.
Right.
Cause I just think of the Arkham series himself is fun. When I play all of them, and so it's pretty fun. So.
yeah. I actually will say I do like the premise, like the superhero characters, like Superman and Flash and all that. I think it's like the evil, I guess, or they
Right.
probably possessed or something. Like the
Yeah,
trailer.
I think his eyes was glowing purple.
Yeah, dude, and infected and stuff. Or somebody dreaming or something, something like. I do like the premise, but like I need to see what's going on, man. What we gonna be playing? Is this a card game? What's up?
If I'm not mistaken, didn't they show like gameplay for the Gotham Knights game not too long?
Yeah.
Some time ago?
Last year.
Yeah. All right, just making sure.
Yeah, that's what we were saying. Like that's why we're more excited about Gotham Knights because we've seen
Yeah.
gameplay. This is just a story trailer. Let us know like the premise.
The story and comedy can be all good you want, but looking at that game made by Square Enix, what's that
Final
superhero
Fantasy
game
7
called?
or Final Fantasy Origins or something like that.
Nah, the superhero game.
Oh, Marvel or
Yeah,
Guardian of the
not
Galaxy.
The Avengers, but
Guardians of the Galaxy.
Yeah,
That game does
Guardians
not look
looks-
appealing.
I don't know what to think about that at all.
Cause I'm mixed. I'm more on the side of I don't want to play that, but like I saw some previews, like I read it, and I was like, I feel like this game it's probably better than Marvel Avengers, but how much better? I'm still not gonna play it, but
Right. When I saw Marvel Avengers the first time, I think I told you, Soup, I was like, yeah, this game don't look good. The only game I ever said that from interests me far as the subject of the game, but I looked at the game and said it was terrible, was the anime game Jump Force. I looked at the game, I seen the trailer, I said this game gonna be terrible. I said the game's gonna be terrible. I mean, I like the characters, and I have friends. I'm gonna buy, because I like the game. Literally 2 weeks in it, yeah, we don't play it no more. I
bought
I
it.
figured it was.
Fun fact: I bought it for content. I played it Made one video. I ain't played since. I bought that thing for $60.
Bro, I'm telling you,
Played
man,
it
just,
once.
It did look good.
Yeah, it did look. I mean, yeah. I mean, I knew what to expect, but I me in fighting games, I like to play with people like physically. So
Right,
I want
right.
finna get online with that one. The only
That's
game
how
I
I
actually
feel
got
about it.
online was Dragon Ball Fighters, and I gave GP the mans. we ain't gonna get into
you
it.
did.
We ain't gonna get
You
into
did.
it. Nah, I was actually playing with like some like pro players at one point. So like I went up to the ranks, and that's when I stopped playing. I don't play it that much, bro. Y'all doing too much. Y'all doing me dirty, bro. I stick with you, but I'm starting to sweat here. That's not what I'm doing. That's not. I ain't buy that game to sweat.
I brought my homeboy over. I said, man, you play my cousin, man. He drug him to. I said, I'm sorry, I brought you over here with that. To witness that.
You always bring your friends around, man. Don't bring them to me, okay? Don't bring them to me.
If you're not a gamer, you gotta bring somebody who's a gamer, bro.
Yeah,
Bruh, for
you gotta
real.
bring somebody more than a gamer, cause I be
Bruh, I was a
playing,
gamer
I be
back then.
competing. You know what I'm saying? Like I play to win, but not like when I start sweating. Like, do I like this game that much? Nah, that's when I put it down.
Right.
That's Halo, shooting games and stuff like that. I be sweating for that. Fighting games, but yeah. I guess we moving on to GTA. Just a little bit though about GTA. So some leaks about the GTA trilogy, and this is what I like to hear. The trilogy will have, it's a leak, so it's not confirmed, updated textures, which remaster, Dom. Okay, all right. That's a little. I ain't gonna say that. That's all I said. That's all I said.
Watch the last.
Watch last episode. Watch the last episode. You want to know what I'm talking about? But the thing I care about for is GTA trilogy leak. Is that GTA? It's gonna have GTA 5 style controls. Because my whole thing is, we talked about before, is like I'll get it, but I probably won't play it if it's gonna play like the original like gameplay. You shooting, your arm literally bent backwards and you just shooting and stuff at somebody. Like, nah, I kind of need the controls to change, but because they were atrocious. But we did not get Nick's I guess opinion on the GTA trilogy. Are you interested into this at all?
I have to see value first. Like, how many times can you sell me the same game?
That's true, because they you know what?
If I ever see Todd Howard, I'm punching him.
Yeah.
Sell me,
no,
sold
man.
me Skyrim 8 times, man. No, I'm out. I'm done with your junk.
Yeah.
So if I see value, like the fact that there is at least some sort of update happening to 3 makes me curious, because that's just memories for me now. That game is way back, and that being updated, I might consider it. I don't want to buy 5 again.
Oh, no.
Buy 5 again.
Yeah, just the
4 is a
trilogy.
maybe. I actually wasn't really into 4 when I was younger, just because I just wasn't playing it. I don't know. I don't have a good answer. I didn't play it. I played Vice City, but I didn't really play 4. I played 5 beginning to end way too much, and then I got it again for my PC.
And then I got it again. I have bought.
That's the thing, is I don't want to say that.
I know.
And then they updated the texture, and I got it again. Like, no.
Yeah. So the
I'm
trilogy.
sorry.
Yeah, the trilogy is gonna have 3 Vice City and San Andreas. Not 5 again. 5 is getting remade again, or another release for the newer
Is
console.
5
but
that good or something? Why y'all keep bringing up 5 in these new releases?
nah, it's not. It's 5 is getting released
like,
again.
5,
But the thing
this
is-
its 3rd system that it's been on.
See, Rockstar and Take-Two, they know what they're doing. Because when GTA 5 first released, it was literally while the Xbox One and the PS4 were already out. Or at least coming out like in a couple months. So it's like, why didn't y'all just wait to put it on the next console? You know what I'm saying? And then, and this was back then when GTA wasn't really releasing on PC, day and date with the console versions. So They released it on 360, PS3. They waited literally like not even 12 months, I think. They put it on the new systems, and they was like, okay, watch this, guys. Put it on PC. All right. Oh, watch this, guys. We're releasing it again
Next gen, baby.
on next gen. This game has been on 3 different generations. You might count 4 if you count PC as its own generation, because you know it always like upgrades or whatever. But yeah, it's like there's definitely 4 different versions. There's 3 console versions, and then there's the PC version.
I can't wait till my kid buys it.
I know, right? Kid 2 years old, man. They gonna buy it when they get 18. They gonna still be releasing it, man.
They'll be selling it. They'll be selling it.
Yep.
That's
So,
it. Hey, nigga, I took your shot personally, Nick, because I'm the guy that has almost the same game again, over and over.
oh, Madden.
Yeah.
He's the one who poisoning the coaches,
Well,
man. Like, let that
There
thing
you
go, bro.
Well,
Yeah,
I
yeah.
mean, Madden is it's beautiful, bro.
FIFA finally got caught.
I know.
They got caught.
I know.
They
Madden's
had-
next.
They had
What they get caught?
in one of their newest releases. They had a banner like in one of the arenas from the last game. Like it had the
Matter-
last game's name on it that they never updated.
Madden did that too for 2 years, actually. Yep.
They ain't do that for no 2 years.
Yes,
bro.
they
Stop.
did. I'm not 20. It had
Stop.
Madden 19 on there. Go look it up. You ain't see the video. That's why you keep buying them. Go watch. I'm gonna send you some links today, so we go
I got
ahead
some
and get this.
literature. I got some
Yeah, I
literature
gotta.
for you to check out.
Yep, I got you, bro. Cause like you should watch the videos. They literally have like the same stuff in there from the last games.
Have you played
they
franchise
charging you
mode? Have you played
$60.
franchise mode? Franchise mode.
Just watch the video, bro. Just watch the video.
Come
Just
on,
watch the
I'm
video.
just saying, franchise mode is different. There's new features in there that they don't talk about. We're not talking about just the game. I'm talking about franchise.
But you don't even
mode.
play franchise mode. Stop
Yes, I
capping.
do.
You
I
get on.
did,
You
for
get
real.
online.
I'm telling you, no, that's why I bought Madden last year, because my homeboy owns a league. Shout out to Sean Tyler. Hold that L. He got a league, and it's about 28 people at minimum. And don't be mad because of Alabama folks, bro. I'm gonna shout out Georgia folks some point when you do something. But
I
he
do
had a
something every
league.
day.
I joined. I shot you out a few times, but you got another one coming. But anyway, he joined the league, and that's the only reason why Madden is because of the league. I mean, it's fun, it's competitive. You talk junk to people, you trade with people. Like the interaction with people makes the Madden experience fun. If I just played
Yeah.
online, I get bored, bro.
I'll tell you right now,
All
I
right,
wasn't
man.
aware that was the thing.
What?
And that
See?
actually that sounds like probably the most fun anybody's ever had playing Madden.
Nah, thank you, bro. I'm telling you, when it's with people and you're in the
Don't
league,
make this
it
man
works.
smile,
I'm telling
bro.
what matters, bro. I'm telling-
All right, we done, dog. We done. Thank
It
you,
sounds
Nick.
like
Hey, I got a
Thank
fantasy
you.
football, the video game. That's what it sounds like. And I like
Man,
playing fantasy.
see now we continuing this enabling of freaking buying this trash can $60. So you paying $60 every year to talk to some friends? Go to the park.
Oh, dog.
Bring a
That was-
football and go to the park.
Sports games fun, bro. But look, I had a
Not for
question.
$60. What?
Oh my goodness. All right, I got a question. All right, do you think that if GTA wasn't making money, they wouldn't keep putting on these systems?
Of course they gonna no.
Guaranteed,
If they wasn't making money, GTA 8 would be out right now, man.
right?
Because
They're doing it because it's working.
Yeah.
I know, like you said, take
There's nothing we can do, man. That's for we can't take on stuff like that.
another thing. Take Two or Masters in this, brother. What's the things called? Microtransactions. Yeah.
No, I don't think they're masters at it. They just had a
Bruh,
good
look what they
game.
do
It,
with
bro, it's
NBA
GT because if
It
you
ain't
look
just
at Red
that.
Dead 2,
You do with NBA 2K.
but Red Dead 2 ain't hitting like that.
Yeah, but
It's
Red
the
Dead
games
2
that got these fans that don't care, bro. Red Dead economy, they smart a little bit. They're like, I'm gonna just go play GTA.
Red Dead, they made very critical errors when they made Red Dead 2. They made a great game, but they
Boy.
messed up in some very important places and they got put down hard for it.
They was so greedy. It was pretty bad. I tried to play it. I couldn't get
There's a
into it.
YouTuber, not to shout out somebody else's content,
That's cool, man. Go ahead.
but
We do that right.
it's a YouTube channel. His name is Nakey Jakey.
Oh,
and
oh my god! I
All
love
you
that
guys
guy's
to watch
channel.
every video he makes because he is in the same page as y'all.
Yeah.
But he was so hyped for Red Dead 2 that he made a country music video
For it.
singing about it. And then the next video he made was like, it was like a month later, and it was a 30-minute video on how badly they messed that game up. He was their biggest fan.
It's
biggest
a
fan ever.
very,
And
very good video. Yeah. He makes some very good videos, especially when you talk about gaming. He don't upload that much anymore, but
he's working on a project right now.
yeah, like he makes some extremely good videos. And like some of the stuff he talk about, like what Nick was saying, like, well, at least for me and GP, because we're all around the same age, Nick. Dom's a little younger, but I'm not. It's not a jab or anything.
Yeah, I know. Yeah,
Um,
it's true.
Young boy. Maybe.
see,
No,
all
that's
right.
not a jab.
But yeah, like we
Yeah,
grew
no, I
up, me
know.
and GP, we grew up around the same stuff, Nick. So when he say like he like Nicky Jake, he got stuff that we will resonate with. He's not lying. Like he talk about a lot of stuff that we did as younger, and it's really just look at his channel. It's actually pretty cool.
I'm gonna check it out then. Nakey
yeah.
Jakey. Okay.
Yep.
But yeah, he that video, I think I probably watched it like 3 times because it's how well put together the video is. But all right, so Minecraft got frogs. Anybody care about that? Yeah, they have a new update, and they got frogs.
So frog, you can build with frogs now. Is that the thing?
Build with frogs. Jesus Christ, GP.
But what's the point? What's the point of the frogs?
This man
They
don't know
just
nothing about
use
Minecraft, bro.
animals,
It's just.
bro.
You know what Minecraft is?
I know Minecraft. Ain't that the
the
game where
animal.
you build the stuff?
Yeah, you build stuff.
It ain't just building stuff.
You don't
yeah.
build frogs, GP.
There's a story in the game now. There's a boss and everything.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, see, I didn't know they had all. I see kids more so doing that, bro.
See, get off the internet. Go play yourself.
No, I'm talking about when I'm at their house with their parents who I'm talking to, and they're
On
like,
their
they
tablet.
playing Minecraft.
You asked them if they
Oh.
building animals? Is that what you? Like,
I'm saying you said
pay
they
attention
added
to the kids,
frogs.
man. Pay
I'm
attention
just
to the
saying.
kids.
There's animals in the game too.
I thought they made stat frogs up in the air.
No.
I don't know. I don't
Now
know.
one of the animals is a frog.
Frog stacking.
Frogs.
Competitive.
I love this dude.
Nigga, I like how you took a jab at right there, competitive fraud. Yeah, bro. I didn't know that's a thing or not, man. I didn't know. I'm gonna just be quiet
Nah,
on
they
this.
just adding animals, bro. They just adding animals, bro.
Oh, okay.
And I mean, it's, you know, the fans, they like it. I mean, Minecraft is a good game. It's not just for kids if you play it for real. It's one of those games that anybody any age can enjoy Minecraft because it's a sandbox. And sandboxes, you could pretty much do whatever. You could make it the deadliest game, or you could make it the most kid friendly game. Minecraft. I mean, it ain't got blood, but I mean, they got spiders. but yeah. It's coming out next year for anybody that care about that. And Avowed, last thing about gaming is Avowed is a game made by, or being developed by Obsidian, is the developers that developed the game called Outer Worlds, which is pretty much like a Fallout-ish type game, but for space. And I really enjoy Outer Worlds. It's not, I don't think it's better than Fallout, but I don't know, it's kind of weird. It's just the way, you just gotta compare the game like that, and because of how it is. But Avowed is their next game they're developing, along with Outer Worlds too. And apparently is gonna be like Skyrim, with destructible environments. So I hear that and I like it. There's no gameplay, there's nothing. We just got like that cinematic trailer from like 2 years ago.
Yeah.
But I read that and that made me happy. And I say shout out to Xbox because like this is their baby. So I just wanted to let y'all know that's coming out there. And I mean, I could ask you guys like, what do y'all think about like that, like Skyrim with destructibles, but we already kind of like don't care about Skyrim at this point. But
Right.
you know what I'm saying? Like we all
We've
got that
heard
sentence.
it's like Skyrim with X so many times now.
Yeah. So it's
Like
like
Fallout,
whatever.
man. It's like Skyrim with guns.
Yeah. That's like literally. So, but I just think for those of you that do care about, I care. I'm curious what Obsidian can do. But yeah, it's gonna be like Skyrim with adaptable environments and stuff like that. So we'll talk more about it when we see some gameplay. But on to entertainment. The Batman got a trailer. I think it was yesterday or maybe the day before yesterday. No, it was yesterday. It was Saturday.
Good trailer.
I seen it. I liked it, but I'm gonna say my comments after. What y'all think about the trailer?
I ain't finished the trailer personally, so.
All right, so anybody else that finished the trailer?
No, I'm saying, but then they have a trailer before. What we doing that, bro? They had a trailer before.
And that was the second one.
Yeah, there was a short one before, and it showed that he actually wears makeup.
Right. I can't get over.
That was the only thing I took away from the first trailer.
That's funny. I didn't even watch the first
finally
trailer.
wears makeup because Batman wears makeup.
Yeah.
Batman puts black around his eyes and then puts on the hood and everything. But then in every single Batman movie, you never see him putting on, taking off, or having on makeup besides when the thing is on, when the cowl is on. It's like they pretend that Batman doesn't wear makeup. He wears makeup. And this one, they actually finally showed him with the mask off and makeup on his face. Like,
So
finally.
do you think that this was gonna be good because of that?
Not because of that. but
No,
that
because
was a
I say,
sign.
well, not because like he got makeup now, but the attention to detail.
That's
Do
a,
you
yeah,
think-
that's a good sign. That's a very good sign. Seth Green, a long time ago in an interview, was asked about. This was when Batman v Superman was coming out, and the question of whose side do you take, Batman's or Superman's? And he said that's a hard thing to answer because he's a humongous comic book.
Yeah.
And he said something that's very important about Bruce Wayne that you have to know is Bruce Wayne, at his core, is an insane person.
Oh yeah.
And that's it. Like, he is the most unstable psychopath in this city full of really harmful people. And the only thing that's separating him from them is the fact that he tries really hard not to kill people. Like, most of the time.
Yeah.
But then there's Superman, who is a being of purity and space Jesus, and he shows up and he will literally never ever hurt a single fly. And then Batman once in a while is like, well, you got to do what you got to do,
Yeah.
because Batman is deranged and broken and hurt and capable, and the only thing keeping him out of Arkham Asylum is credit. That's it.
Yeah. Okay. So you think
And
the
I
trailer?
think, and the reason I bring all of that up is because when you have an actor who's playing Batman, they're not playing Batman, they're playing Bruce Wayne. Anybody can play Batman. George Clooney played Batman. But they have to be able to play crazy Bruce Wayne.
Yeah, not just like
Michael Keaton played crazy Bruce Wayne. He looked nuts every second he was on camera. That was perfect. But you can't just be normal Bruce Wayne. That's a mask. That's a
yeah.
Right. That's when he wear the mask. I have heard that before. It's not when he's on outside patrolling. It's when he's the rich, billionaire playboy. That's the mask.
Yeah, he's pretending the whole time because he's actually out of his mind. And I think you need to have an actor who's able to tap into that. Now, I'm not saying anything about Robert Pattinson with that, but
Yeah.
I will say that he's been slept on since Twilight because he was in Twilight. Like, come on.
Yeah.
So that's just putting yourself on the back when it comes to serious movie roles. So I'm excited to see what he does with it. I think he's gonna do a good job. But I don't think Batman fans are gonna be happy because they never are.
Listen, that
Go ahead.
actor, he played on Tenet too, right? The Twilight actor. He was on the movie Tenet.
Yeah, Tenet. Yeah.
Yeah, he was.
Okay. I guess I was saying that. I see he is trying to play more other roles now. I thought he did good in that one too. But just giving him a shout out a little bit.
I feel like Tenet though was like an easy role. I feel like
Probably was.
no one had to really do anything. You just kind of like existed in Tenet. Cause Tenet was more about the story versus the characters. Everybody was just doing like, I could have been in Tenet and just been me.
Hey man, just keep going on with
All right, you could have been in Tenet. What is that? What you want? Like, dang. Anyways, Dom, you got anything to say about the trailer, or at least the Batman in general?
What Nick said kind of just added a lot more to anything I thought of seeing the trailer.
I'll say this then. So, I mean, I like the trailer. It was a good trailer. I'm not really big on like, oh yeah, this is gonna be good from watching the trailer, but I'm excited to watch it. But I always have like this thing in the back of my head, like, cause the Heath Ledger, The Dark Knight was like one of my favorite movies. And I don't know, obviously, this will hit the same. I mean, it could though. It could, but like, it just really have a lot to live up to.
Big shoes.
Yeah. So.
Did we see that movie together, Sue?
Yes, we did.
Okay. I don't know. I was driving there.
I feel like we did.
How did we get there? I felt like we did too.
I don't remember.
I don't know how we got there, bro. To this day, I don't know how we did, but I just remember leaving like, bro, I thought the movie was over.
I know.
It kept going.
Yeah.
And it was still good.
That movie had 3 endings.
Yeah. For real. So yeah, man. Yeah, they got some big shoes to fill. So we'll see. I think next year, March 2022. I think maybe. Don't quote me. I know it's 2022 though.
The guy who's like, I don't know, villain in the trailer.
Mm-hmm.
The one who like does the fire thing behind him, and he's like, "Yeah, I got you," and then Batman flips his car over and everything. That guy, is Penguin.
Yeah.
And he's being played by Colin Farrell, and somebody had to convince me of that because I couldn't believe it.
That's funny. Yeah, man. Yeah, we'll see, man. The Riddler, I feel like he could be some riddles. Riddles are good.
I'm super psyched for the Riddler.
Yeah.
Because Batman animated series, Riddler was my favorite.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah, we'll see coming next year. We give y'all a review of that.
Rick, I just what y'all, you and GP was talking about y'all seen a movie together. For some reason, I just remember I can remember y'all two when they see the movie together. Cause I remember Soup was talking about that movie for a while after he'd seen it. That's all I remember. And I just have vivid memories of like him being so excited about that movie. And for the next time y'all seen each other, each time y'all seen each other, y'all said something about that movie. It was like every time y'all seen each other, y'all talked about that movie.
Me and GP watched probably 3 movies at the movie theater together. That being one of them. Van Helsing.
Yeah.
And Bad Boys 2. And we loved all 3 of those movies. Van Helsing was surprisingly good.
Bro, it was
surprisingly really good.
Your dad took us, I was like,
I thought it was your mom. Maybe it was my dad.
That was your dad.
I feel like your mom took it. I feel like your mom took it, and she was
took
like,
us to Bad Boys 2.
She did take it.
Too.
I remember that because she closed my eyes during the breast scene. I was like, let me see. That's funny. But yeah, yeah.
Yep.
We go
way
back.
Movie, bro. We need to pick. We gotta make sure the movie right. Keep it.
You a traitor. Alabama. I can't go see no movie with this guy.
God, here we go. I'm gonna come visit you.
That's all I ask. But so the Spider-Man No Way Home is going to be more than likely the final of the Spider-Man trilogy, Marvel's Spider-Man trilogy.
I think that's all but confirmed.
Yeah, Tom Holland, the guy who can't keep his mouth shut about anything.
Right. He said the word trilogy, and then everybody's like, "Wait a minute, this is the 3rd movie."
Yeah.
Tell me, this is over then.
Yeah, I think because what he said, I'm not gonna quote it here, but he kind of made it seem like this is the last of the trilogy, like the just Spider-Man movies. So Spider-Man's still gonna be with Marvel and all that stuff, but it's not gonna be like more just Spider-Man movies. If anything, it could
Spider-Man was in 3 other movies besides his own already.
Right. And
they worked out the contract thing. Like what is it? Sony that owns Spider-Man.
Sony. If you want the answer to that, open up Disney Plus and try to watch a Spider-Man movie. They ain't there.
Okay. Yep.
Dang.
Thank you. That's my question. Yep.
Huh. Yeah. So, um, it's like I wanted to be conflicted at first, but then I thought about it because like maybe they might be alluding to something else by the end of this movie. You know what I'm saying? It's not gonna be Spider-Man. It might be like Miles Morales or something, or they might do something with like the Spider-Verse, Spideyverse. I don't know actually, because they still got the animated Spider-Man movie, the Miles Morales movie. That I feel like they're making a sequel to that. So I don't know. But with this being, let's say this was the last one. Like, how would y'all feel about that?
That's okay.
Yeah, that is exactly. Yep, that's exactly. I'm be honest. The Eternals. Don't get me wrong. I'm glad that they're moving on. Just like Guardians of the Galaxy, we talked about this episodes ago. How I didn't have no expectations for it. It came out. It was a great movie, and now a lot of people know about the group. Now it's a video game. Like 10 years ago, nobody cared about no Guardians of the Galaxy. Nobody. But I say all of that to say I'm happy that there are new characters. And I'm also not caring about the new characters. And just to be honest, I'm not even caring about the old characters right now. I think I've seen so many Marvels that I just need a little break. So if he's saying, hey, we're not doing any more Spider-Man solo movies, okay, you know.
They're aware of that too.
You know?
That's why they're kind of keeping it on their own little platform now, and they're doing the shows. They did Loki and they did WandaVision and all that. They're like,
you have to go
if
out
you're
yourself.
into it, you're into it. It's right here. We're not putting it out in every theater in the world yet.
But I'm not upset about it because, like you said too, he may be like I was reading the article. He may be in the Avengers coming up in the movie in Avengers when he's a little older or something. It just may he won't have any standalone movies, but he still could be involved in Marvel. So that's good enough for me. Now, if you're just getting rid of the character, let's just say completely, like Avengers, he's not in anything, then I'd be like, that sucks.
Okay. I mean, I'm so Spider-Man is like my favorite hero out of all the comic books. Yeah, I love Spider-Man, the video games, all that. Like I've been, he's been a part of my life along with Ninja Turtles. but yeah, I won't be upset. I guess it all depends on how good this one is, because I actually really like the second movie. The first movie was okay to me between the trilogy. I think it was Homecoming. No.
Yeah. It was Homecoming.
What was the second one?
Far From Home.
Far From Home. Yeah, I really like that one. Because on the second viewing, I was like, there's some cool stuff in here that you could miss.
There's a million things you can miss in the second one because they made it that way.
Yeah, and that's why I like it.
They put Jake Gyllenhaal in the background of like 9 different shots wearing a hat and glasses because people were making fun of a scene in Captain America where Steve Rogers was like in his own museum and, you know, he was in public, but he was just wearing a ball cap and nobody recognized him.
Yeah.
But then they were like, okay, we got you. So they put Jake Gyllenhaal in the background of almost every scene wearing a hat, and nobody noticed until like 4 months after the movie came out.
Oh, wow.
Because that was the point. He was always around. He's just an actor.
Yeah.
So he and the people in his crew, you ever think it was kind of weird when they were in the bar and he kept on pointing at people and saying like, you did all this, and they were in every scene. Those people were all over the movie before that point. That's why it made such a point, because they thought you would realize, but nobody did. They're just like, why did they make such a big deal out of this scene?
I know, I missed that. Okay.
That effect really existed.
Yeah. I'm sorry for your podcast listeners if I'm putting out major spoilers on a movie that came out a really long time ago, but
that's something we actually need to do better of on this podcast. We be spoiling, like, I mean, like with that out, that's okay. Like, but we be spoiling some relatively like stuff like GP
came out yesterday.
Yeah, spoil a little bit. Spoil a little bit of Attack on Titan the other day, bro. I was like, man, what is wrong with you?
That was my first slip up, though. That was my only one, bro.
Okay. But yeah, we don't really say it, but yeah, it's all good, man.
It came out, bro.
Yeah.
Got excited.
Ain't spoil me, bro.
But yeah, I don't know. I'll be all right with it, but I just hope there's more. Hopefully, more Spider-Man, not him just being gone altogether. But freaking. Let's see. Wait. Okay, so here's a little bit about like some music stuff. We're almost done actually. So, but Bow Wow. Everybody know who Bow Wow is. Yeah, that guy. So he was trending on Twitter the other day. And essentially what was going on was he's on this thing called the Millennium Tour, which is a tour of like everybody that was not everybody, but a couple people that was popular during the Millennium, after the Millennium, like Omarion. Dang, who else?
So you had Soulja Boy.
I don't think he was in a part of the tour though. He may have been.
Okay.
Yeah, I forgot. But those
Ashanti.
guys. Ashanti did come to a show, so she was a part of some of it. But yeah, and he was essentially saying he didn't like how he was getting treated. And to boil it all down and summarize it, he was saying that he's more popular than the guys he was on tour with, and he should be treated as such. And because because I guess his show times, like he been performing 15 minutes and he can't do his whole songs when he perform. And I guess they're giving him like, I guess they're just having like bad blood. And he's like, I ain't doing no more shows. But it brought up the conversation about like, I guess Bow Wow's legacy. So the two, let's talk about Omarion and Bow Wow. Do y'all think Omarion was more popular, not successful, just more popular than Bow Wow?
No.
You said no? Alright, Dom said no too? Okay. I'm not sure if you listen to their music, Nick, but I agree with them.
not in a really long time, not to a point where I could speak on it.
Yeah. Yeah, so I agree, and I feel like a lot of people agree too on the internet that he has a point, because like he was in like I ain't gonna say that, but he was in Like Mike. He was in like 3 really like popular movies, Like Mike, Roll Bounce, and the Lottery movie I think or something like that. He was in another movie I think, but yeah, he's been in like movies. He was on 106 in Park. When he was blowing up on music industry, he was like, everybody was always talking about him. Like Omarion, like he wasn't really. He was on B2K, and then he had like Served. You Got Served, and that's really it. You know what I'm saying? Like he wasn't really like booming, like nowhere near Bow Wow level.
I mean, Bow Wow, I remember in fourth or fourth grade, you know, he started off very young, and I remember he was popular with the little girls in my class. You know, everybody had a crush on Bow Wow.
Yeah.
So then it just got older. It just kept growing to something. Like Bow Wow gets a lot of
flack,
criticism. Yeah, like now that he's older,
he be doing some questionable stuff though.
That'd be his own fault.
Yeah, I ain't gonna.
I'm not that self-inflicted, but I just think overall his legacy though, people sleep on him because it's sometimes they say it's corny or what he do, but go back and listen to it, bro. He has hits, bro. Like I have a few songs on my playlist from Bow. Like Omarion, maybe got 2 songs that I think I would play. Like I think Icebox, it was one, but. Yeah. So I don't know about Bow Wow tripping the way he tripping though, but yeah, he definitely to me is, if not the most popular of that time with the people he's with, he's a top 3 at very minimum.
Oh, I feel like when he was at his peak, he was probably like, as far as popularity and success, he's probably like in rappers, he's probably like top 5 at least. Yeah. At least because he was like, a lot of people sleep on him now because he be doing some dumb stuff.
Right.
Yeah, he was really popular, but I just want to get y'all opinion on that because I thought that too. Like, what's up, Dom?
I was gonna say, coming from a younger person, I would say, if you ask me that question, I had to really think about, when it comes to names, Bow Wow is a household name, you know, a lot more so than Omarion. And coming from, somebody my age who probably heard the music, when I was younger, but never was like fully invested into the music, you would always hear like Bow Wow's music more, it was just a lot more out there, and I guess a lot more popular. I guess played more than the Marion's music, and then more than that, I would see like like you said on 106 in Park when you and like where you would watch it, I would see Bow Wow on there, right? And I would, from some of my age, I would barely see Omarion anywhere.
Yeah, he's just not like getting flack like Bow Wow is, because he do got that new dumb dance on TikTok. If y'all pay attention to that, but
I ain't see that.
it's silly, bro.
Any dance can go up on TikTok now, bro.
But no, I mean it was more of a joke on him though, not like that's a cool dance. People, he was a meme.
You
the
talking about
foot
that
up.
dance that got the music and the
Yeah, he was so serious when he was doing that dance. But yeah, people do need to respect Bow Wow, man. But
Yep.
I mean,
Facts.
Before you step on to the next point, I gotta get going. Baby's up.
okay, all right, Nick, man. Wanted to talk about some dad stuff, but I guess we'll get to that on another episode.
We'll have to get to it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he'll come back, man.
I gotta
Appreciate you
handle. I
stopping
gotta
by.
handle the dad stuff right now. Thank you for
Yeah,
having me on, though. I really appreciate it.
enjoy having.
yeah, of
Yeah.
course, man. Definitely reach out to you again, man, for some more, bro.
For sure.
All right,
Talk
later,
to you
bro.
later.
Take care, man.
All right, so at a jump cut, Nick had to go because he's a father. Really wanted to get to the father topic, but we talked about a lot of other stuff for a little too long. But we'll get to it to another day. For those of you that want to be fathers out there, we got y'all. All right. But so we got like 2 more topics, kinda. Static Shock movie confirmed. Apparently, it might be animated. I'm not entirely sure, but Michael B. Jordan is producing it. Now, I don't know what they mean by a producer. A lot of times that could mean by a person that's just providing the funds for the movie. So therefore, the movie has to impress him in order for him to pay for it. I think that's how that go. Don't quote me, but let's just focus on. Don, your camera is tripping.
I know, bro.
But,
I don't know what's wrong with it. Keep breathing.
But yeah, less so about Michael B. Jordan, more so about Static Shock movie. Would y'all want an animated movie or a real, in like a live action, or a TV show? Live action or animated. Period. What y'all think?
You can go first.
Okay, I've been going first the whole time, so I was trying to just let me put
Nah.
Black Lightning was a show. I think they're done with Black Lightning. They might do a spin-off on that. So that was a cool TV series. So I say that to say I don't need it to be a real life show. So TV series. If they did a movie, I would prefer that more. If they did an animated movie, no. I'd rather it be real life. I don't want animated movie. The show was good. I like the show animated. Let the movie be different, but I don't need a real life show either. I mean, I seen Black Lightning. I'm not saying they're the same characters and anything like that. No disrespect, but I don't need to see that again. So give me a movie like that, and I think I like it more.
Yeah. Don?
I kind of agree with him. I wouldn't want to have a TV show, animated really, or a kind of live action. I feel like they should just leave the animated TV show kind of where it was at. And if they're gonna come with something new, I'd rather be different than the medias that we had before.
Right.
And then like a live action TV show, I feel like it'll just fit in too much with the rest, because it's been like a lot of live action hero shows as of lately. So I'd rather see a movie. And then I feel like when it comes to movie, a lot more production, like a greater production goes into it as well.
Yeah, I
Always
will.
go on the big screen.
I would want a movie too, a live action movie. But I would want the tone to kind of be like a Ninja Turtles tone. Like
Yes.
yeah.
I feel you. Yes.
I don't want it to be all contemporary. You know what I'm saying? And all these.
How you like Shazam? You seen Shazam?
Oh yeah, I seen some of it, something like that. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah. I love Shazam. I'm not gonna say I'm not rating as the best movie,
Yeah.
but it's just me. It was different, and I really liked it.
Yeah, I want something like that. Don't bring him around and be like, man, that racist dude, he don't say something
Right,
about
I
me.
don't
I don't want to hear all that.
Yeah. Like that's how Black Lightning was, and I'm kind of like, okay,
Yeah.
I don't need that. Yeah, you hitting, bro. Yes, yeah. That's what I'm saying, bro. You struck my soul. You said that one, man.
Yeah, man.
I don't need that.
We seen this. We seen it 1,000 times, man. Just let him be Static Shock. Don't let him be a black Static Shock that grew up in like you could have that stuff without it being in your face, you know?
Yeah, I mean his character explored it a little bit, you know. That even in the anime they explored it, but
Yeah.
that wasn't the all of it, you know. So just
Right.
don't.
Dude had a
Yeah.
trash can for a weapon, the trash can lid, you know, stuff like that.
Right.
You ain't gotta like, you ain't gotta be like, oh, he's Oscar the Grouch, so here's a trash can lid. Like, no, let him just roll around in some street clothes. Next thing you know, he got it. He ain't gotta say it. And let it be goofy, let it be funny, let it be some camaraderie.
Right, cause that's what he's about. So yeah,
Yeah.
it's just
Like,
Yeah.
yeah. So Michael B. Jordan, please help. Please do not let it be like everything we already seen. We need some new
Yeah.
magic, bro.
Yep.
But onto the anime topic. I haven't been watching anime. Have you guys?
No, not recently.
Yeah. So I ain't really got much to talk. What's up? You do?
I would say I've just been watching like a OG Naruto. I've been getting my
Oh,
girlfriend
okay.
into anime, and she watched. So we started watching the OG Naruto. I didn't realize, like, go back and watch. It's been a while since I've seen it. I didn't realize it was such like that level of comedy within it.
Oh, it's pretty funny. It has some funny moments. Yeah.
It's like an older school type of comedy.
What episode? Oh yeah. What episode are y'all on?
Tuning exams. You know, Sakura cut her hair and she was getting punched in the face, bro.
So, did you like that episode?
No. To be honest, nah.
That junk will make you want to not
It was-
finish the anime.
It was like it was trying to build up a greater moment for her, and she just does nothing, bro.
It's awful
And I
writing.
don't
It's
be trying
awful.
to slander. I don't be trying to slander Sakura, right?
No,
I be trying to be against her slander, but that episode was just like, I see where it comes from, bro. With that episode, like,
bro. All the OG Naruto Sakura needs slander, and then like she really redeems herself in the beginning of Shippuden.
Yep.
And after that, it's slander
It just goes
season
back
again.
down.
Yep,
Goes back
slander season. Cause all she cares about is Sasuke, and that's so boring. It is so like nobody's like that. Nobody.
and I like to see.
It's not in real life, not in fake life. So we don't want to see it.
Eno is more competent than her, bro. And I like to see at least like when a group of people, like a whole group, being useful. Like even in the JJK, you know, people was making jokes about it being like a better Team 7, but the girl in that group was actually useful. From what
Man,
we've
she's
seen, yo.
sadistic, bro. I don't know, man. She a little crazy.
But she put in the work, though.
No, she did. No. She did. I'm just talking about the way she took out, you know, them two guys on the street there, bro. She was smiling, man. She looked crazy, bro. But yeah,
Don't
you
you
right,
like
though. She
villains?
did. No. Listen. Notice. I never said I didn't like it, Mitri. I was smiling the whole time I was talking about it. I just said she looked crazy. So
You're like, I don't know, man. She's sadistic. I don't know, man. I don't want to hear all that. You get on my nerves. Get out of here, man.
oh my goodness, bro.
No, also, watching it kind of just make me realize how much, like, I guess some of the useless parts my brain just cut out, bro.
I
'Cause
told you,
forget-
bro. I
forget
told
this
you.
is here, bro.
A lot of
Like,
people.
He's I
I'm like,
forgot this was here.
A
I'm like
lot of
episode
people,
40, bro. I'm like, the tuning exam. I thought that came earlier.
bruh. Because a lot of people really think OG Naruto is like leagues better than Shippuden. It's not. The anime is not. It has so much useless crap. Like you got to the I think you got to the flashbacks yet? I don't know.
They was showing the Sakura backstory flashbacks.
That was a whole
And
episode.
it felt so long for no, like half of that didn't even need to be in there, bro.
Bro, it was
Like,
a whole
And
episode.
then it showed like, and then it's like a lot of scenes of just like we seen Soccer getting punched in the head. Cut to Eno watching. She start crying. Soccer getting punched in the head for like a whole nother 3 minutes, bro. I'm like, he cut back to Eno crying again. It's like, bro, we see a whole episode of her remembering her backstory. Eno remembering the backstory between them two, and Soccer getting punched in the head. Literally, the whole episode is that happening. And then I'm like, bro, how
And
long you
then-
gonna sit there and cry while she getting punched in the head? She got brain damage at this point already, bro.
Bruh.
She just sitting there, bro.
And then the backstory ain't even interesting.
It was like,
Did-
oh, she like Sasuke too? We can't be friends no more. Oh, Sasuke like long hair? They both brought their hair.
Oh my god. It's so
Now we hate
cringy.
each other, bro. Now we
It's
hate each other.
awful. I know. It's awful. Dude don't even care about none of y'all, really. But anyways. So I wanted to bring up Baki, I guess. Did y'all see that? Y'all watch Baki on Netflix?
I don't watch Baki. I've seen it come up a
Baki.
few times for some reason. It's been trending.
I was kind of forced to watch the first season at like school in the theater room.
Really? Oh, well, you were in there and they just played it.
Yeah, and that's all they would play for like the next few days.
So did you pay attention to it a little bit?
Yeah, I paid attention.
What are your
It's a
thoughts on
cool
Baki?
show, but it's really weird. It's like really weird.
So
And spoilers, but the one scene that come to my mind for the first season is the dude, old buddy's dad, right? He's sitting there, and this old police officer that he messed up, right, pulls up with the shotgun like, I'm about to get my revenge. This dude get butt booty naked, point blank at the dude with the shotgun, and all you see is the outline of his erection, bro, on his body, while this dude gets point blank shot with a shotgun, and then just punch the dude, bro.
Why'd you
From that
watch
show,
it,
bro.
bro?
That scheme scarred me for the show, bro. Like, yeah, it's bloody and gruesome, but that scene was like, bro, why does this have to be here, bro?
look, dog,
What the world?
I hate that. I hate that anime. I hate it
He
so
said,
much.
I hate you.
I hate it. Look, me and my girl tried to watch it, man. We went like 6, maybe 7 episodes and we quit, bro. Stop watching it, bro.
Wow, I don't think I ever heard you say you quit something.
No, I quit watching that. I quit watching Goblin Slayer. Goblin Slayer? Is it Goblin?
I would say, yeah. Actually, yeah.
I quit watching
I see
that.
why you quit Goblin Slayer. I should have quit. I'm not gonna lie. I think about my life.
I can't waste
That's what
time
I'm
in my
telling
life,
you.
bro. If I feel like someone wasting my time, I'm getting out of there.
It's before Mahogany, so yeah, you're right.
Yeah,
I finished it though.
I think we had Dahlia. I was like, nah, bro. I can't be wasting my time like this. I gotta spend my. But anyways, I hate Baki. No, we didn't. Nah, I've always been kind of. It was before Dahlia. But anyways, yeah, Baki. The animation is awful in my opinion. The story is like dumb. They do some. I feel like it tries to be like, because there's another Baki, then there's Netflix Baki. And I saw Netflix Baki, and I feel like they try to be like JoJo, but just don't know why JoJo is a good anime.
That's what I was about to say. Is JoJo okay? I was gonna say, is they trying to be like JoJo? Because I heard that's a good one, and I might actually start
JoJo
watching
is
that
good.
once I get off this episode.
So I seen season 1 of JoJo. I gotta watch more. I
I
feel
would
like
say season 1 is probably the most boring, and
the
like
whole season. Dang.
it's not that. No,
I mean, compared to
it's
the
not-
other ones.
Well, part one. It's not. It's maybe like it's not that many episodes.
yeah, it's like 16
It's like-
or maybe less than
The
that.
show has parts, right?
Less
'Cause
than
it's
30
like
minutes each.
different
30
main
minutes
characters.
episodes. I'm assuming.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's like
Okay.
it's like 9 episodes, but the show has like different parts. It's broken into parts. It's got like different main characters, and that's probably like the most slowest to get into part. And to me, the second part is probably one of the best parts in the show.
yeah, I want to watch it. I feel like if you watch the first one, GP, you're gonna be like, oh, you might not watch it anymore
After-
because it
after
gets
the
it gets
first one-
weird. It's called Bizarre for a reason.
The first one.
It gets
I'm
weird.
telling you, after the first one, you hit the second one. The second one's really good. And then
Yeah, me and my
everybody
girl gotta
likes
go
the
back.
third one. The third one's not one of my favorites, but the fourth is absolutely my favorite.
I gotta watch it though. Me and my girl gonna watch it. I want to finish Naruto before we go watch that though.
Need to catch up on Boruto. Goodness, I'm wasting time.
Bruh,
Bruh,
don't
bruh,
catch up on that mess.
People literally say Boruto. The part pops up, and it's like, bruh, one of the only good parts in Boruto, but you gotta get through this many episodes to see it.
I know. It's like,
I'm like,
I literally. That's why I
people
just
make me not
get
wanna
to.
watch it.
I literally just get to the spoilers. I don't. Me and my girl might watch it. I for real. me and my girl might watch it again. Cause we started watching it and it just fell off. But cause the thing is, like, we watched Naruto and Naruto's just better. So like, why watch Boruto? I feel like Naruto ended. It had its ending. But then you got Boruto. It's kind of like Rugrats, all growing up. Like, it's there. You know, you wanted to see him grow up.
Yeah.
But then, like,
That's
you
a
watch
good
it and you're like, yeah, nah.
I feel like Boruto
The
just
episode
fully.
movie was great, but they
That's
made
right.
a series out of it.
Right.
That's where.
And that's where
failed.
you just be
Yeah.
like, man, this ain't even it. And that's what me and
I
Boruto.
don't want to hear
man.
problems I'm going through. I don't care about what I'm going through. Yeah, like be quiet.
Yeah, man. And thing is, like, the stakes. Like I said, man, they fighting aliens, bro. I ain't got time for that. We already. we've been
That
through
is
this,
true.
bro. We've been through
Listen,
this,
we all
dog.
friends here. Look, the Toad talking about a great peace between everybody. Oh, you didn't talk about the aliens.
Yep. Yeah. Hey, man. You say everybody on Earth. Good.
Right. Oh, they come from the moon, boy.
Like, what?
They
Like,
ride the coattails of Naruto way too hard for that show.
you talking about for Boruto?
Yeah,
You said we do, or what
no,
you
the
say?
show it literally just rides the coattails of Naruto.
The best episodes are when Naruto and Sasuke are in it.
Yeah.
That's just lets you know right there. Like, why would I watch? I just don't care. I just watch the spoilers. Cause at this point, man, they're just trying to disentangle the greatness of Naruto and Sasuke and then replace that with Boruto and his rival. And I'm like, I already seen the story between two rivals in the ninja world. You know what I'm saying? Like, now we're getting to like aliens. So whatever.
Yeah,
I don't care.
it's like I
I'm,
know, like we
send
said,
me all
I know you- like
Boruto
you said.
spoilers.
I know you said,
I will gladly read them. I do not care, bro. I'm caught up in Boruto.
people-
That's
I be watching. I be watching.
This
people
man be
YouTube talk
fussing
about
at me,
Boruto.
bro. He all in the spoilers in this show. Goodness,
because it's
man.
Boruto. I don't care.
It only matters for good shows if you watch the spoilers.
Exactly. Exactly. Imagine me like this ain't Attack on Titan. Like, nah, bro. This is
And then
Boruto.
the spoiler, I feel like the people who even talk about sports on YouTube don't care because the spoilers be all in the title for you for Boruto, bro.
And see, the thing
You
is,
can
I don't
see
think
other
Boruto's a
shows
bad
and they be
anime.
like,
It's not a bad anime. It just falls behind a really good anime. You know what I'm saying? So I can't enjoy it. I don't want to waste my time. So, cause like if My Hero ended and they started talking about like Deku's son and stuff, I'm probably not gonna get into it. Like it's a spinoff. That's what it is.
Right, that's true.
It's a
Yeah.
spinoff. So
It's like you said about spiritual successors or whatever, or
yeah,
things that kind of take place in the same universe. Cause like My Hero got the little the vigilantes, they got a manga, and that manga's good, right? Because it's not like literally just the show, but like trying to keep it going. It's kind of like its own thing, but it takes place in the same world.
that's what that's
And-
the best
yeah.
route to take when it
And
comes
that's
to
what happened with Bleach too. They made one. It was like a few chapters long. It was like a little OVA, had like a few episodes, and it was so good that it kind of brought the revival of Bleach the manga back.
all they had to do with Naruto was go back in time, talk to us about like or at least explore more like Itachi or Madara. You know what I'm saying? Go back and let's see what's up with those ninjas. See what they went through, because that's when times were hard. You know what I'm saying? Like, let's go back there and explore. But nah, man, let's talk about these aliens. That's just so stupid. It's so stupid. They want to sell merch, man. That's what Dragon Ball Super doing. They want to sell merch. We finally got to see a white-haired Goku. You know how many times they don't been arting that up in the 90s, bro? They got whole websites of Super Saiyan 18.
Dragon Ball AF.
Right.
You know what I'm
They was
saying?
making their own mangas, bro.
Bro, they was like, you know what? Let's bring Goku back and let's give them exactly what they've been drawing for 9 years.
He ain't known this
People was
dude
literally
rad.
making their own manga, bro.
What is wrong with you? See, this is why Dragon Ball Super back 9. You gotta- Dang, man.
What I spent on this ain't. No, I'm just saying, bro. It's fun.
Nah, cause they were like, look at it, look at him. They love it.
ain't clean, bro.
They love it. They gonna
Take
spin
my
it on it.
headset
They
off
gonna.
real quick.
I
It's
just
clean,
said.
bro.
Didn't I just say they want to sell merch? I just said that.
It's clean.
You just proved me right. If
They
y'all
can slap
watching the
Goku
video,
on
if
anything,
you
bro.
not watching the video version, he got on a Dragon Ball durag, and I just talked about them wanting to sell merch. He out here on the internet.
They can slap Goku on anything. People start buying it, bro.
Goku is not even like that good of a character compared to other people. I mean, back then he was cool, but all he do is, I just want to get stronger.
But look,
Who's the strongest here? Who's the
Not
strongest?
every kid has to be such a dynamic character, bro. Dang. Goku's
Bro, you didn't say
good
nothing when I
bro.
was wearing Naruto last week, bro. You didn't say none of that.
I'm not
so
saying
chill
Goku's
out.
a bad character, but like, I just want to get stronger.
Hey, bro, that was his motive. He was the same through the whole show, bro. Let him be a static character.
The best Dragon
That's the-
Ball is the OG Dragon Ball. It's better
Like
than
the
Dragon
same
Ball Z.
stuff. What you say, Naruto always screaming Sasuke. Y'all talking about Sakura? Nobody acts like that in real life. I immediately thought of Naruto. Nobody would have went through the lengths he went through in real life. Sasuke would have been put down. a
Well,
while
who
ago.
buying merch from Naruto? Nobody.
Oh,
I bought some.
Nah, bro, people buy
See,
merch.
man, you get on my nerves. You supporting all the wrong stuff.
I just bought
That's why
some
Boruto
merch,
here.
bro.
Dang, man. What else you got? So I know what's coming in the future.
Dude got a problem with everything that gets continuation, bro. He's like,
Bruh,
Don't we all?
The original. He's
Don't
like,
we
you can't
all?
support the original no more, bro. You act like it's not there, bro.
I'm
Boruto's
supporting
not
OG.
first.
I'm watching OG Naruto right
once the
now.
final episode airs, stop spending money.
Yes.
And he's like, you can't buy the merch no more, bro. All you gotta do is act like Boruto's not there. I don't be seeing Boruto merch, bro.
I really
Boruto
don't
is
see
getting
Boruto.
funded.
Like, I really don't.
Boruto is fully getting funded off Naruto at this point.
That's true.
I really
Like,
don't
if
be
you
seeing
stop
nothing.
buying the merch,
Boruto.
bro, Boruto is dying.
I don't know why they still doing Boruto at this point. GP. They probably gonna convince GP one of these days.
And he gonna come the next day with a Boruto durag, Boruto merch down, bro.
That's when we're gonna end the
Hey, bro,
podcast.
if they sponsor
Just
me,
start
bro.
pushing it in our face. He be like,
If they sponsor you, you can do it all you want. Just make sure you send
Right.
some of that cash.
Nah, I won't be going that route.
make sure you got us for listening. To
All right, y'all. This is that's we ain't got nothing else to tell you, man. Closing remarks. Anybody go?
Man, I hope y'all enjoyed it, man. I appreciate Nick coming. Nick gonna have to come back and talk about some of that follow roles and what he learned from it. But man, I hope y'all enjoyed, man. Once again, check it out. We're gonna have some videos come up for y'all as far as different snips of this podcast. So if you wanna watch the whole thing, that'll be coming later on with the audio only version. Man, y'all keep checking us out. Look for the social medias, the tags. We out here, man. So we're gonna have some fun. I'm just gonna make a disclaimer now. I don't have any more fancy do-rags for y'all. I think I got about 3. So if you see what I get next week, don't be too disappointed.
Don't support this.
Special.
Don't support this.
it.
Dom,
Y'all
go
take
ahead.
care, man.
Durag, bro. Let him rock.
Go ahead, Dom.
I gotta really say, I appreciate Nick coming on to the podcast. He provided some different perspectives, I guess, from us. He had a lot of insight to add, especially with the new world. That kind of interested me. Not gonna lie. Yeah. Other than that, real quick, I gotta apply GP, right? Because with the waves or whatever, because it is something you gotta keep consistent with. And I'm nowhere near consistent. The level of consistency you need to have like actual waves. So I get my hair cut, start brushing my hair, wearing a do-rag. About like a few days later, I'm tired of wearing my do-rag already, tired of brushing my hair, bro. I'm just like, man, forget it, bro. So I came to the conclusion, I'm just grow my hair back. I'm I'm like, short hair is not for me anyway, bro.
Appreciate you, bro. Appreciate
Can I
that,
give you
man.
the props?
I can't give him props. You know why?
Yo, I know
You
this.
use your laptop, bro.
Use my $1,000 laptop to not play games like he said he was, but to get waves.
Bro,
This married man used my $1,000 laptop to research on YouTube that's free on his own cell phone to get waves.
he needed a clearer definition, bro. The GPU on the computer had to be full definition to see the detail of the wave.
I just want y'all to know.
Thank you,
that.
dog. Thank you. I don't understand, bro.
Man, you owe me. You owe me.
Bro, I did play GTFO now. Stop. I did play that when y'all.
Man, we supposed to play all kinds of games. Anyways, that's my closing remarks. Shout out to Nick, man. Appreciate you. We're gonna get more guests out here. We're gonna get a lot of people, man. Just give me some time to get stuff rolling. Made a lot of videos on YouTube, so check the YouTube channel out, man. But yeah, so much love to all you guys watching, listening. And this is Guys the Podcast episode 17 this time. 18 will be next week. This should be out on Monday. Video version out on Wednesday. Trying to keep that consistent. And we are out.
Appreciate it.